Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Moore from TradingWinds.com, and this is our nightly update for April 17th, 2024. Let's take a quick look at the markets here. Again, more red across this screen. Not a surprise, but here we are. The Dow down 67 points, while the S&P 500 was down another 30 points, and the NASDAQ, led by some of those big tech names, was down over 200 points here. This is pretty significant now. We're getting out of just a sort of sideways consolidation move. Now we are starting to take out several lows. So this is starting to change for the NASDAQ. If we look at the Russell 2000, it gave up another 20 points today and heading a lot closer to the lows down here near 1911. If we go further down the list here and we look at crude oil, this is interesting. It had a significant down day today. Now, um, my gut here is that we're likely going to bounce at some point. First of all, we do have some support nearby. If we look at the weekly chart, we're still more or less bouncing. But what I'm expecting here is to hold. And with all this support down here, I'm expecting this to turn at any point here. It may come all the way back to the 20 months, but I'm expecting this area to hold and then turn around. And if we can take out these prior highs near 87, I think we see a very significant run. So when we're talking about, actually, I'll come back to the oil companies in a second. Let me just cover gold here and silver. They still look good, although, the gains from earlier this morning, it gave up gold down almost 20 points. Silver, which was up 40 or 50 cents, I believe, is down, slightly here, almost flat. The 3-month bond yield actually got into the green here while everything else remained red, just barely, but it did. And the dollar dropping back below 106 here. Now, this could be a nice retest of this level, right? So keep an eye out for a potential bounce here. That'll be big on the dollar. Now, getting back to the energy sector with crude, you look at XOM. It really does look like it might be setting up, and this is what I was trying to get to when I was talking about crude oil. Is if we're expecting it to hold, then this pullback now is an opportunity for all the individual components in that sector to pull back a little, find some support, and then set up long. So that's maybe very well what's happening with XOM here. It certainly had a nice orderly pullback right to the 20. Now we got to wait for our next victory signal and see if it bounces here. And if it does, an obvious target would be 123 up here. And then from there, we'll plot our fibs and go. Another big name today was NVDA. And NVIDIA had a very significant drop here. What's more important is the fact that it initially put in this slightly lower high. Then it came back to this area, found support, bounced here, and quickly turned around. So put in yet another lower high and was rejected at the 20. That's usually not a very good sign at all. If we clear this low near 840, which we're right there, we have a lot more room for downside. Remember, this one went higher, screaming higher in a very short period of time, went a long way, left very little support below. So this could be the start of retracing this move. This will carry a lot of weight on the NASDAQ, obviously, and have a big impact. So, this, along with the energy sectors, is something we definitely should keep a close eye on.